The Thunder leading by 12. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Lowry. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Timberwolves, was a driven player. Picked up 58 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Paul passes to Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Good work there as it goes.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Here's Nader. He's guarded by Anunoby. Lock at 6. Nader's shot's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Raptors trail by 20. Lowry passes to Noel. The pass to Anunoby from past the arc. And it's Junior with the rebound. And here are the Thunder now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And Junior throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Lowry. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Noel. Ripped away. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Anunoby sends it back.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots.
Count that bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Toronto calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Davis is checked in for the Raptors. And Van Vliet comes in for Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Six to shoot. Raptors need to get a shot up. It's deflected.
Great awareness on the defensive end. Junior relishes any chance he gets to rise up and block it.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the Thunder making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 14-2 run here. Floats it up for Junior. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Always always in pursuit of the basketball. If you throw it up, Junior's looking to throw it down.
It's Davis on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And again, Toronto no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Junior throws it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack.
Teams will make substitutions. Lowry against Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside the arc. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Junior. And it's Burks in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Junior. And Junior throws it down.
It's so tough to keep up with Junior offensively, mainly because of his advanced feel for the game.
After shooting well, they're at 45%. And here's Lowry. Looking to get back on track here. And a wide open look for Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Burks in the corner. Shot on the wing. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And while he's best driving to the rim, Burks' jump shot has to be honored.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Lowry. Lets it go with a three. The Thunder pull it in.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team. And sometimes you just try to do...
And how about that level of creativity Junior brings to his dunks? It's fun watching him sky up and throw it down.
Here's Lowry. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Toronto. Now, here's Burks, guarded closely. Here's Junior, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Gotta love the hustle from Junior. When he works hard on the glass, he's rewarded for his efforts.
A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Yeah, this is Junior going into attack mode. Rises up over the D and just throws it down.
Toronto's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Out to Ibaka. The three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
I love how Junior makes himself available for his team, right where they need him for the big finish.
Here's Powell. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Thomas. Up top, Hollis Jefferson. Adams defending.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
That's a 2 from Ferguson. Rebound by the Raptors.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
McCaw kicks to Hollis Jefferson. And the Raptors miss again. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 13-3 run. Here's Junior. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Shot clock at 5. Thomas finds Ibaka. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Dort. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Junior. And another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's McCall. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Dort misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Passes it to Ferguson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams drawing the double team. Ferguson for 3. There's the pass to Dort. Ball's knocked loose. Powell with the steal. Pulls up for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Hollis Jefferson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Oklahoma City the rebound.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
McCaw, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Powell down low. On its way from Ibaka for 2. He can't get that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Toronto shooting the ball at 42%. Here's McCall. It's deflected. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. They get a hand on it. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Powell, and he finished it off with a lay-in.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Junior kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the three ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
Becoming more comfortable with that shot. The ceiling is very high for Gilgeous-Alexander if he can stretch the floor.
Here's McCall. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Ibaka. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Junior.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Left side, Adams. Pass to Ferguson. Adams down low. Working on Ibaka. And the shot goes in.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thomas passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCall from downtown, and that one is off. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see